Alrighty, here kit is out of the package. Includes the vehicle, the instructions manual, and his accessories. We have his battle rifle and pistol. Now since Kit starts off, Agent Knight. Since Agent Knight starts off in his vehicle mode as Kit the car, we will start with going over the vehicle, even though I normally start with the robot, and then we'll do some comparisons. So, rolls really nice. He fits in there pretty nice. I mean, from the side, in front, and everything, you can't really tell that it's a robot. You might just think it's a model of Kit the car. I like that. I like when they aren't very obviously robots, because I mean, that's part of being robots in disguise. Alright, so for vehicle comparisons, I'm gonna do some other like 80s, original G1 Transformers. So we have Brawn, and then we have, let's make room for him. Just did a review on him. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Big Boy SS86 Optimus Prime. There we go. Boom. They all look beautiful together. Love it. Love it. Alright. Now I'm going to transform Kit, or Agent Knight, and we will look at him in Autobot robot mode. I have got to say, I'm loving him even more in robot mode. One piece of advice though, part of the transformation is to kind of rock his front here forward and tab this into his abdomen. I've transformed a lot of figures over the years, and I've got to say, I'm either an idiot or that was a very, very, very difficult thing to do. I also seem to have a very loose ball joint on this arm because it pops off super easy for me. Just this one, not the other arm. Let's see. I'm loving his guns. I love when they come with unique weapons, not just the generics. Like, these are pretty cool looking. All right. Now we will start with our articulation. His foot comes down about yay much. Goes up back to normal. We rock in a little bit, not out. The knee bends above 90. He has a front little flap that moves a little bit to make it so that his leg can come up that much, which is awesome. Kicking in the door, guns blazing. Alright, leg goes far that much. Leg comes out that much, which is awesome. See if we can get him to stand like that. I highly doubt it, but who knows. Come on. If you can do the pose. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, so close. Karate Kid. Beautiful. All right. Let's see. He has the waist swivel, goes all the way around. For his arms, his elbows are single jointed. They bend that much. It actually ends up being more than 90. It's pretty cool. Slightly more. His arms come up about that much. Again, be careful, because if you have a loose ball joint, if you even try to do it further than that, Yeah, you're gonna run into it popping off. And his arm only goes up that much because this piece here seems to get caught. Yeah, if I force that any further, it's gonna probably break. So that's as far as it goes up because of this piece catching. Let's see. His arm can go further down though, which is cool. You can swing this joint up. Arms go out so that far. So he's just shy of a T-pose. His hands seem to swivel, if I move the pistol, all the way around. And he has bicep swivel, rotation. Head can look up that far. Down, not at all. It's basically him looking forward, which is okay, because I mean, when your chest comes out that far, you aren't really going to see anything in front of you anyway. Looks to the right and left and all the way around because it's a part of his transformation. I think he looks really good. Let's get some height comparisons with some other Transformers. Alright, again, I would like to use an 86 figure first, only because, again, he was in 86 packaging. He's got that, like, 86 vibe, at least to me. Here he is next to Ratchet. I feel like scaling is kind of off, because Ratchet is an ambulance and he is a car. That's okay, though. Oh, also, before I continue with the size comparison and stuff, I wanted to mention, and I don't have batteries to show it, but I saw it while transforming him. I accidentally saw that it was possible. If you look in here, and if you've seen Knight Rider, Kit the car lights up here and then like talks. This figure can do that. I mean, I don't know what he says, because again, I don't have the batteries to do it, but the instructions did say that right here, you see, is a button, and if you press it, when he does have batteries in, this will light up and he will make sound. Also, again, wanted to show, because I saw it in the instructions, and I love when they include little details like that, stuff that you would think is obvious, but a lot of the times isn't, is that his, is that his front lights come out here. Sweet. Look at that. All right. Now in robot mode, those are down normally, but I don't think it would make a huge difference. If they're up, I just wanted to show that they come up, like on the actual car. Also, look at that face sculpt. Gotta appreciate that. That's a nice face sculpt. I like that. I kind of, sort of, just a little bit, and I don't know why, but part of me would love to see this repainted into maybe a hot rod. Maybe take away the eyepiece. I just think this would be an interesting take on hot rod, in my opinion. But maybe that's because I haven't been able to find a hot rod yet, and I want one. But, okay. That's him next to 86. Brain fart. Ratchet. 86 Ratchet. Again, I do not feel like that sizing is the greatest. I feel like he's pretty tall compared to Ratchet. Next up is Rise of the Beasts. Rise of the Beasts. Bumblebee. Again, I feel like the sizing is off. He might just be a standalone piece because he's big. He's closer in size, I feel like, in robot mode to what the Bayverse had than like the Nightverse, where they just had some giant figures. Okay, next up we have Rise of the Beasts Optimus with the Nemesis Prime repaint by Hasbro. and he is barely shorter, which again is, to me, is not a good size, because a semi-truck is way bigger in his vehicle mode. So that's wild to me. But let's look at maybe another original design from like the G1, G2 universe. We have G2 Optimus Laser Prime repainted in the Target colorway. Again, actually, I think with this one, I was gonna say again he's shorter, but I think with this one he's actually taller. If you ignore the shoulders and you're looking like head to head, he's taller head to head. Shoulders put Laser Prime bigger. But that's kind of wild to me. Alright, next up, let's look at him next to my BM knockoff Megatron. Here he is next to BM knockoff Megatron. I think that I would prefer if he were, again, I feel like he's too tall. I wouldn't mind him being slightly taller than like Bumblebee or whatever. It's not a huge deal. But like, I don't feel like he should be higher than this. And he's, oh no, Megatron, don't fall. And he's obviously taller than that. So, not terrible. But he might be a standalone in my collection, is what I'm seeing. Let's look at him next to, just to round things off, the Byway Rise of the Beasts. I can't talk today. Rise of the Beasts Byway 1030 Optimus Prime. Okay, and again, he's like barely shorter, barely, which I feel like is too tall for a semi-truck. Because he should be way shorter. He should be closer to like the Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee, considering that their vehicles would be similar in size. Very comparable. Oh, and then one more. I know I said lastly with Prime, but one more. Let's look at Scourge from Rise of the Beasts. Again, this is a knockoff. This is the Byway Scourge. He's obviously bigger because he's a leader class, but that makes him like Voyager in size, not deluxe, and I would think of him as a deluxe. I do have to say, however, that I'm sure if he was a deluxe, we would not have gotten nearly as much detail or care put in. So, I mean, I guess that's the give and take, is to get all these cool features like the pop-up headlights and the lights and sounds that I cannot show you because I don't have batteries. He has to be ginormous, which is okay. Oh, he also comes with a little wrist communicator. Again, if you've seen the show, that's a cool little accessory. Yeah, so I would highly recommend picking this up if you're a fan of the Knight Rider show and Transformers, obviously. But keep in mind, he's probably not scaling with anything else, really, unless you're getting like the Master Series stuff, the really tall, like where Optimus is like 10 inches, you know, almost 12 inches. Like then we might be talking good scaling, and you know, Bumblebee's like 8 inches. Then we might be talking like similar sizing. That's probably the scale that he'll fit in with. If you collect more so like Voyager and Deluxe and stuff like that, he's a tad large. But he's an awesome figure, and I love the attention to detail. You bend the knee, you can see paint sculpts, even in a part that in robot mode is completely covered. It's really cool. Gotta really appreciate this figure for what it is. and what it did. I mean, let's look at this compared to the recently released Sonic the Hedgehog crossover figures. And, I mean, this is what a collaboration should be. Not gonna lie though, I really do like, for the Sonic, I do like Tails' alt mode. Not digging that the robots are just robots with Sonic and Tails' head, but his alt mode is cool. But no, this is cool all the way around. This is what a collaboration should be. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones is also cool, but Knight Rider for the win.